The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hello, America. Hello, world. Welcome to The Right Side. Doug Billings here with you. And don't forget to subscribe and follow wherever you're watching this, whether it's on X or Facebook or Truth Social, YouTube. Subscribe, follow, and share. This is important because today I'm going to cut through the noise on these massive strikes that hit Iran earlier this morning and the fresh betrayal from so-called NATO allies that proves President Trump is right about putting America first. United States and Israeli forces delivered powerful blows, ladies and gentlemen, including the first ever overland B-52 Stratofortress missions right over the Iranian territory. President Trump shared dramatic footage of explosions lighting up the night sky over Isfahan as 2,000-pound bunker buster bombs slammed into a major munitions depot over there. The Israeli Defense Forces carried out more than 230 precision airstrikes, taking out air defenses, missile sites, weapons production facilities, and more. Power is out in parts of Tehran, that's to be certain, and this is the kind of decisive American leadership that we've wanted and knew that would come, and it is just happening right before our eyes, live and in action. Now, here's the part that the mainstream media is either not covering at all or they're downplaying severely. Spain, ladies and gentlemen, a NATO ally, supposedly, announced today that it's closing airspace to any United States planes involved in operations against Iran. Yesterday, their socialist prime minister, Pedro Sánchez, Pedro, a man who has repeatedly shown his contempt for President Trump and the MAGA movement, had his government announce that Spain is closing airspace to any United States planes that are involved in epic fury. They're also still refusing to let us use the Moran and Rota bases. Okay, it's exactly the kind of weakness and betrayal that President Trump has been warning us about. And for the life of me, these are the kinds of things that will lead to President Trump not only not helping Spain in the future, but possibly accelerate his decision to possibly leave NATO altogether. France, they've blocked overflights for planes carrying United States military supplies that were supposed to be headed to Israel. Now, President Trump's not short on words for these countries. He called France very unhelpful, and he's exactly right. So let me tell you what these legendary B-52 Stratofortress bombers actually bring to the fight. So these workhorses can carry up to 70,000 pounds of ordnance. 70,000 pounds. In case you're from Raytown, Missouri, that's 35 tons in a single aircraft. They've got an unfueled range of over 8,800 miles. They can loiter for hours over the battlefield, and they can deliver precision JDAM smart bombs or heavy 2,000-pound penetrators designed to bust through hardened underground targets, which is exactly what they did earlier this morning. With Iran's air defenses largely dismantled, these huge bombers can now operate with relatively safe conditions, deliver overwhelming firepower that smaller aircraft just can't match in volume. So the fact that we're flying them directly over Iran, ladies and gentlemen, it shows how much progress the United States and Israel forces have already made. President Trump had a classic no-nonsense message for countries that sat on the sidelines while America and Israel did the heavy lifting. Speaking about the nations that were struggling with jet fuel shortages and other items because of disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz and so forth, he said it plain and clear on Truth Social. And I'm quoting him here. I love it. Classic Trump. Quote, all of those countries that can't get jet fuel because of the Strait of Hormuz, like the United Kingdom, which refused to get involved in the decapitation of Iran, I have a suggestion for you. Number one, buy from the United States. We have plenty. Number two, build up some delayed courage. Go to the Strait and just take it. You'll have to start learning how to fight for yourself. The United States won't be there to help you anymore, just like you weren't there for us. End quote. Classic Trump. I love it. You love it. That's what we voted for. Now, Spain and France are proving President Trump's point in real time. Now, there is a behind the scenes story that you have not been told about in any. I know for a fact none of you have heard what I'm about to tell you. Now, for those of you who watch my show, you're members of the most intellectually mature audience in all of Radioland. You probably were able to surmise this. But for everyone else, they've never heard it before. So here's the behind the scenes reality. The liberal leadership in these European nations, they're seriously compromised by a massive radical Islam immigration problem. Cities across Spain, across France, and other parts of Europe, large parts of Germany, the United Kingdom, have large, unassimilated populations where radical Islamist ideology has taken root. And their politicians are terrified of a domestic terror attack if they openly support the United States or Israel. That is the truth. They fear their own streets more than they fear a nuclear-armed Iran. That's not strength, my friends. That's weakness. It's cowardice. And it's exactly why President Trump is resetting the relationship with some of these allies. America first means we no longer subsidize fair weather allies who want our protection, but they refuse to stand with us when it counts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what winning looks like. By acting decisively with the B-52s and demanding reciprocity, President Trump is lowering long-term risks to energy markets, protecting American families from price spikes at the pump, and showing the world that the era of freeloading on United States strength is over. And he's also securing big America First victories across the entire Western Hemisphere. Just look at what he's doing, stabilizing Venezuela, pressuring Cuba, which will fall any month now. And he's strengthening our position in Greenland, the entire Western Hemisphere. The Trump doctrine is delivering more tangible wins than any president in our history. And the outcome in Iran, it's quickly becoming part of that winning record. Proud conservatives understand this. Real peace comes through strength, not endless apologies to weak allies or fear from radical Islam at home. President Trump is leading with clarity, with courage, while Europe's liberal leaders cower. It's no wonder they fell in the face of tyranny during World War II. And one final thought on the seduction of headlines, ladies and gentlemen. The radical left and certain members of our party who are rhinos would have you believe that just because there's troops deployed, that there must be a ground war coming. First of all, this is not a war. We are not at war. You need to stop saying war. This is Operation Epic Fury. It is a precise, strategic military operation. It is not a war. The boots on the ground is a bargaining chip that President Trump is using to get what's left of the regime and the mullahs in Iran to the table, to bargain. And we've got special ops, the Delta Force, the Navy SEALs, several subgroups within those elite forces in our military who are trained to reclaim some of that processed uranium and plutonium. What are we supposed to do? Just let it lay there in the ground so that they can go get it themselves and begin to pick up right where they left off? Don't be seduced by the wussification of the radical left and the headlines that they put forth, and the fear-mongering by some of the podcaster class that's out there lamenting the fact that this is another endless war. That's a clickbait cesspool of nonsense. So drop your thoughts in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Should Spain and France face real consequences for blocking us? Are you proud of Trump's America First approach? Everything that he's doing in Iran is America First, folks. Everything. Don't be seduced by the kooks. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications, folks, so you never miss analysis that you won't get anywhere else. And subscribe to my YouTube channel at The Right Side Doug Billings. on X and Truth Social at Doug Billings, and on Facebook at The Right Side with Doug Billings. Stay strong, stay proud. America first, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And don't forget, we are in this thing together. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, Doug Billings. Hey, my good friends at EMP Shield, that's electromagnetic pulse, in case you're from Raytown, Missouri. Electromagnetic pulse could wipe out your home electrical system, could wipe out your vehicle. And thanks to the radical liberal agenda that was put forth under Administrator Biden and Vice Pretender Harris, there are lots of people in this country who want to do us harm. And maybe an EMP device would be their chosen weapon. But EMP Shield gives you a device that can protect you. This little baby here goes on your home outlets, a computer, a router, whatever you want to protect. And then they also have a larger model like this. You can still hold it in the palm of your hand that goes on your vehicle battery so that you can get out of trouble from point A to point B. EMPshield.com. Promo code Doug, ladies and gentlemen. Save yourself, save your property. EMPshield.com. Promo code Doug. We're in this together, folks. Believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.